Hey guys, it's Carlos from the We're Just Fans podcast. Joining me today, I got Poppy. Let him know what's up, Poppy.
Hey, ¿qué lo que hace, bichito?
There you go. There we go. We got Robert in the house. What's up, Robert?
What's going on, everyone?
The only
Nice to be
Dallas
back.
Cowboys fan here. Also joining us, we got Rios. Let him know what's up, Rios.
I don't know about you guys, but I feel fucking amazing today.
All right, and then
I wonder
we
why.
also have a Titans fan, Mr. First Down, joining us. What's up, Mr.
Full
First
house.
Down?
Full house, baby. Full house.
Full house today. We got our Texans and we got the Cowboys fan and we got a Titans. It says Cowboys suck. I didn't do that one.
Gee,
right.
man.
See, this is what happens when I give Poppy too much power. Only one man should have all that power. I gave him the password once to do the show by with Rios, and now he's addicted to it.
Haven't we learned that Rios just infects everything? Like, that's just what he is.
That's
Okay.
true.
That's just him. That's just
man-
him.
Stop doing that.
Hey, he's not wrong.
Like, objectively
right.
speaking, he's not wrong.
He's not wrong. Like I like how none of this affects any of us. Like you could put the Texans are terrible too, and we wouldn't like.
and
we
We're
wouldn't.
like, we know. I was there. Like,
Yeah.
Because the Texans and the Titans suck, but different than the Cowboys suck. The Cowboys just straight up suck.
okay.
Like,
In the
like,
playoffs.
we're bad
They
at
suck in the
football.
playoffs. Yes.
That's the
Yeah.
thing. We're bad at football, but that's what we do.
Yeah.
You guys are supposed to be good at it.
People expect us to be bad at football. You guys are America's team. You're supposed to represent, sir. Self-proclaimed.
I know, right?
Uh,
well, I know we suck on the playoffs, though, man. I mean that's
Well,
just
the
been
other- you
a
mean
trend.
you mean the only time it matters?
Are you?
Exactly.
Are you guys done? Are you guys done with Dak Prescott? Have you had enough? Is this it?
I think they'll probably give him 2 more years.
Oh,
Two more?
That's
Two
what he
more?
left,
Really?
Yeah.
But
Well,
after we might be
I would say
competitive.
maybe about 18 months they'll probably decide if they want to extend his contract because I mean we got him for 2 more years.
So
you know.
let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. I don't know. I have no idea if we had planned to like talk about anything today, but let me ask you about that. With all the quarterback changes that could be happening in the league in the coming year or so, do you think it's smart to keep Dak that much longer, or would you
Well-
if you were the GM, would you take a shot at somebody else with somebody else?
I mean, yeah, I would. I mean, because you could see the inconsistency in his play, especially this year. He's been good some games. He's been bad some games. So he was good that first playoff with Tampa.
Yeah.
Next up, man, I mean, the defense gave him a chance to win that game, and they pretty much kept 49ers, who have been scoring 30-something points for the past 10 games, up, minimum 20 points or something, and for him to play like that, yeah, it's I think you have to, he's approaching 30 this year.
Yeah.
He's still got a couple more years left in that big ass contract. They decided to give him and not Amari, keep him,
Imagine that.
so yeah.
Zero.
Oh yeah. So like I said, if I was a GM, yeah, I'll try to start making those moves. And you know what? They probably already starting to.
But who would you go for out of all the people who are like available? You would say, there's the Lamar thing, there's Rodgers,
Right.
but we still don't
You
know.
know what? The one thing that you could say good about the Cowboys front office, they've been drafting good lately, man. They've been hitting good on players and straight out of college or been entering the draft. I would go for that, because like I said, I mean, who are you gonna go with, man? I mean, Lamar, is he gonna stay with the Ravens? He's a good quarterback as well too.
Yeah.
Who else?
Carr,
Carr, maybe
Yeah,
Rodgers.
that's right. Carr, Baker Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield, I guess.
Jimmy
Yeah.
G.
Technically Jimmy G, but it looks
Jimmy
like
G, yeah, but he's
if
yeah.
Purdy has, because there were talks about Brock maybe having like Tommy John surgery.
yeah.
So if that's
Oh,
the
yeah,
case, he's
that's
gonna be
right.
out for all next year.
6
So they
months.
might keep Jimmy
Who's
G.
the
What
other
about Trey
backup
Lance?
from the Trey Lance? Yeah, there it goes.
Trey
Trey Lance,
Lance.
right? I
Would
think
you,
they'll
would you
probably
really
get
like
rid of.
quit on Dak for Trey Lance though?
No, I mean, no, not really. No, not really. Because how many games did Trey Lance
contract
have? Yeah, how many games did Trey Lance play? Like 4 or something?
Yeah, not that many.
Not
Dude.
that many games.
How was it? I don't
Not
really
good.
keep up.
Not
No.
good.
I mean, I feel like the 49ers the defense just carries at that point.
Yeah.
And that's what they were kind of counting on the game against the Eagles.
Yeah.
But I felt like they couldn't stop the run game. They couldn't stop them from scoring.
Yeah.
So after that, went out because they're supposed to be the best run defense in the league.
Mhm.
And when the Eagles were just cutting through them, man, I feel like they just gave up.
Yeah.
I mean, why wouldn't you? They don't have a quarterback. Who's gonna
Because without a quarterback, you don't even have a plan B at that point. Like,
Mhm.
replace a running play. Like, it's predictable at that point. And
do y'all want Mills?
yeah,
We'll give him to you.
I'll give you Mills.
Davis Mills.
You know what?
drive him to
Maybe I don't know. Depends on the new offensive coordinator whoever they get. You know.
We'll personally drive.
You guys want Dak?
I'll drive.
You guys want Dak?
Bro,
I'll drive him.
I would walk him here. I would hold his hand the whole way here.
Yeah.
Come on, buddy. We're gonna go for a ride.
Come on. Yeah, just get in. Just close your eyes.
Station.
Put this bag over your head.
Rio's gonna pull up in the white unmarked van. Hey, buddy.
You want some candy?
Yeah.
Let's go for a ride, buddy.
Man, telling you.
You want to play football?
What about the Titans, man?
Give Dak Prescott a lifetime contract because I want to see them fail.
Good Lord.
So now thinking about it, you don't think Dak can get you guys to the promised land at all in the next couple of years that he has left in it at all, right? Or I'm just asking a Cowboys fan. I don't know from an actual Cowboys fan.
Yeah. No.
You don't have any confidence in him.
I don't think so, man.
Y'all's defense is still very young, and it's only gonna get better.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah.
Can I interject something into that?
No.
Okay.
No, go ahead.
All right. Screw me, right? Yeah. Anyway.
Yes. Correct.
I feel just from the thank you. They do. Thank you. I appreciate it. Listen, pal, my first year as a season ticket member was 2-14. Don't even at me.
Oh my God.
I've seen worse. I paid to see worse. Anyway, so just looking at it from the outside perspective or whatnot, it just seems like they had a good offense built around, right? Pollard, wide receivers, everything like that. Good defense, good pass rush. And I don't think Dak is going to get you there either, because I just felt like if you had somebody just not making bad decisions, you could win that game. You know what I mean? Like that's how I look at it, is like, okay, do those decisions directly affect winning and losing? Yes. They certainly did that game. And I just kind of felt like, boy, even if you had somebody like Derek Carr or like, let's just bring somebody back, Alex Smith, right? Alex Smith can win that game, and stuff like that. And I just felt like the throws, especially the interceptions, were just kind of unnecessary. And that is purely from an outside perspective looking in.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely. I mean, we're going to find out if it was truly, maybe, like to confirm it now that they got rid of Kellen Moore. And I feel like that's finally getting rid of that Jason Garrett era, because he was a Jason Garrett guy.
Right.
And we're really going to see if it was that system, or is it just Dak doesn't know how to read defenses or makes those bad decisions, because he's made some bad decisions, but he never had this many interceptions within the year, so I'm still on the edge right there to see if he's going to take it to the promised land or not, but we're going to see this coming year to see what's going on, if it's the system or it was Dak, but just like you said, I think it's just going to be. Yeah,
the thing is that he's a good quarterback. He's a great quarterback.
Yeah, and like you said, I mean, if we get rid of him, who we got to rebuild again.
Sorry, really quick. Our buddy Jeffrey, who wanted to be here today but he couldn't. Shout out to Jeff. Y'all know who he is, Jeff. He says the Texans Bama connection is real. We actually may have gained a Texans fan. You're gonna be severely disappointed, bud. But, he's a big Alabama person, but yeah.
Oh
right,
God.
Keep going.
Oh, no, okay. You guys are taking what is it, Bryce Young, or
We
not
don't know.
confirmed?
Willing.
I'm pretty sure we are though, but the all signs point to yes. If I were
So
to,
far, yeah.
yeah, so far just because of DeMeco today, and he's got that Alabama connection.
That's right. DeMeco was
we got
announced today.
DeMeco
Huh?
back. We got
Great,
DeMeco
great
back
get,
there.
by the way. That's good.
Yeah.
That was a good coaching hire.
Yeah.
I think so. I think this is the baby steps that the small steps that we have going forward. Like this is. I feel like this is what's gonna help us out. Now,
I don't know,
to
Carlos,
me,
I honestly think we should have built the park first.
we're gonna start with that thing.
That's what I'm thinking.
Boy,
That's what
this
I'm
guy
thinking.
holds on to things.
I feel like we should have
nothing.
just opened like
He
a
is
little,
so
like
jealous.
a little
He
gift
left him
shop.
behind.
Are you just mad because you didn't go that day? I'm sorry
He's
we didn't
sorry.
take you. Okay, so Robert, he's speaking. Okay, so we had this thing where we talked about NRG. You've actually been to our stadium before, Robert.
Yeah.
So we talked about how.
Oh, fuck off!
Sorry, it's just a reaction. Just a reaction.
Mute
So-
his ass.
we
His ass got muted.
remove him. So he put you on mute. Make sure to unmute. So you've been to our stadium before, and so like you saw afterwards, like it was nothing to do. Like when you guys when we went to your game,
You know
your
what?
game,
Yeah,
Huh?
I mean the tailgate
the
part
tailgate was
good.
fine. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
tailgate's
it was
awesome.
good.
But
I
the,
guess it's just inside. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the people doing that. What my argument was here was that when we went to your stadium, there was stuff for people to do outside after the game. Like people were hanging out, then they had, the Texas Live over there. It was something to do, you
Yeah.
know? And I feel like our stadium should have something like that. In no way did I say, Poppy, that was way more important than our draft pick.
I don't know, man. The way you were talking about it.
Yeah, but
I was
if
like,
I would
what's
have
the
said,
point?
"No, let's build a
I
park
don't
instead
care-
of
I
getting
don't
draft
care
picks," then
if
that would have been a
if there's
problem.
I don't care if there's a
Poppy-
fucking swing set or something outside.
Is
If
Poppy
we keep
Joe-
losing on the
is-
field,
is-
I don't give a damn.
Is Poppy Joe Pesci from Goodfellas like funny how? Funny how?
Yeah,
Like,
Funny how? Funny how?
funny how?
I'm a clown?
You like the park, do you? Yeah, you like the park? Yeah.
Yeah, you like the park? You go to the yeah. He's Joe
Yeah.
Pesci. You're the Joe Pesci of this of this podcast.
In the
there.
90s, he was a tough guy.
Isn't like the Dynamo Stadium like surrounded by
By bars.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bars. Yeah.
so and it's been a while since I've been to NRG and stuff like that. So does NRG not have that around that area?
Not at all.
Really?
Nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, because a lot.
We have a Subway there
Yeah, it's
nearby.
built with the
Oh wow.
with the
Sorry,
parking lot.
I wasn't ready.
It's surrounded by parking lot, really. So
You know what? And I think it's something that needs to, that does
no,
need to
that's
happen.
my whole
You
point.
know?
That's my whole point, Robert. It doesn't. It
Look,
doesn't need to. It doesn't need to.
If I win the Powerball, I'm buying some property out there, building a bar, and we'll all go there after the
There
games.
you go.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
if you win
obviously.
the Powerball, you're gonna OD within 3 days.
Oh my God. Hey, put me in your will, bro. Don't forget your boy.
Yeah, we gotta be part of this. We have to fund the podcast somehow.
You remember how we're best friends?
Yeah.
Remember that time I took you to
give me a week.
Dallas?
Not even
Yeah.
a full 7
doesn't
days,
help.
3 days.
Remember when Carlos kept putting me on the podcast and I wouldn't leave? Anyway.
Remember?
But
you wouldn't
okay,
leave
so,
and you stayed.
So let me ask you guys, the two non-Texans fans here.
Hi.
So DeMeco, right?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Especially you, being a Tennessee fan. How do you think he's gonna affect our division moving forward?
I think that everybody in this division is flexing except for one that's not even in the South, that is up there where it has a horseshoe. So, they probably – Irsay's probably yelling Saturday, and Chris Ballard's probably like, please,
Oh, my
God,
God.
no.
Back to
Well,
the
while Vrabel is going to get the GM he wants, you guys are going to get the coach you want. The Jaguars have finally figured it out, and all three of us are up there. But you watch, because the talking heads in national media will still pick the Colts to win the division,
Oh, of
no
course.
matter what. No matter what, they're so polluted with the Peyton Manning and Andrew Luck that they don't know who to pick.
So,
You know,
the Colts are one of those teams that could be a sleeper to pick up one of the free agent quarterbacks.
Oh, they got to take a quarterback. They have to take it somewhere.
But they always say, like they're saying this year, they're trying to go for somebody that's young, not stuck in the old ways of getting
Right. No
old
more
quarterbacks.
Band-Aids. No more Band-Aids.
Band-Aids. That's what they're trying to do. So I can honestly see the Colts going for like Will Levis this particular.
Yeah, Will Levis, Hendon Hooker, somebody like that. Yeah, big character guy. Not that Levis is much of a character. He eats mayonnaise with coffee.
What pick do they have?
Number 7,
4, 6, something like that.
They're in the middle.
We gotta look it up.
In the middle.
Are they? Oh, geez. All right.
Well,
they're top 10.
They're like 4 or 5, I believe.
Yeah,
I believe they're top 5. Do you think they would trade up to pick up one of the better quarterbacks in the draft?
I would assume so.
I would think
so.
so.
You know,
I
the more I
man,
look at it, y'all, I don't see Chicago trading to the Colts. I really don't. The more I look at it,
I mean, we're gonna find out if Chicago really loves Justin Fields too. We're gonna find it out.
They're number 4 guys.
Oh, they better. They better.
I think he was a good addition. You know, he had some good games. I think, you know, some maybe different coaching style system for him.
Sure.
You know, because he is a running quarterback. You know,
I would like to see better throwing from him. That's me.
Yeah.
I understand the running and everything, and he is truly a phenomenal athlete. But you could actually watch the defense just not prep for the pass at all.
Right.
Like it got to be repetitive. And it's like this.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Jeff wrote Colts are mocked to take Levis. The dude has the build, but he didn't wow people this past year. He's right. Kentucky was not good this year. Like I didn't.
He's another Trubisky. He looks like a quarterback. Doesn't have the talent, but he looks like
sure. Well, yeah, but like that's like okay, I've got the size, and then you have your faith in your coaching staff to say I can get this guy ready. I can make him good. So I've got the size and everything. And remember, Josh Allen took 2 years to take off. So you're looking at it fundamentally wise, I think, as opposed to the success on the field.
And it's funny because the Jaguars, I think Jeff mentioned the Jaguars really quick. It says Jags will be the face now with J-Law being good now. He's a poster boy. You know what?
I think so. I think that's what the consensus is going to be. I feel like
Jaguars are
making the playoffs and actually giving the Chiefs a game.
Yeah, the Jaguars are like a wide receiver away from being more competitive than what they are. They're a wide receiver away.
Yeah, I think Doug Peterson did a great job over there at that with that team.
As soon as they hired him, I said, "Oh crap!" Like seriously, I was like, I think they've got it figured out now.
So next year, because with the Texans, we're 100% rebuilding right now.
You have to.
We're not looking to be competitive at the moment. So it's going to be basically between. Because I do believe Jacksonville, unless the Colts get like a great quarterback that's really going to change the franchise a little bit, I think Jacksonville is taking is winning the division next year.
Yeah, I think so as well. I'm looking at it purely. Well, this is through my eyes, right? I got a brand new GM, right? I got a guy from the 49ers. By the way, it's the one time we picked a GM that I hit on right out the gate. I said, I want Carthon. We won't get him though. And then it was like, oh crap, we got him.
You got him.
So yeah, I did that on purpose. Anyway, so
the Titans should credit you.
Yeah. You all welcome. Hit me in the Twitters. Anyway, so but like they're talking about like somebody had written an article, I don't know who it was, that he thinks he can retool the team or whatnot. And I'm just looking at my team going, that O-line is in shambles. It's going to take draft picks. It's going to take free agent signings. And we are negative $26 million against the cap right now. There is no way in hell, in my eyes, that you can retool this team. You're going to have to rebuild it. You're going to have to.
Are you talking about fully blowing it up? Like trading maybe Henry?
I think I said it on this pod before. I'm the guy outside Baptist Sports Park and going, the end is nigh. Burn it down.
What did you say the last time? You said like you gave Derrick Henry a year or two or something like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no. If
I
they
remember
cut
that,
him,
I was like, what?
If they cut him, I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised one bit. Especially because now, guys, if you notice they were talking to Bieniemy, they were talking to Nagy, and those guys aren't necessarily known for running the football. They're known for short passes, slants, drags, all that kind of stuff. Doesn't mean they can't, but running the football is not their MO.
Yeah.
Passing the ball down the field is. So, I'm kind of looking at there are so many questions here right now, and everybody is kind of waiting for a bated breath about what Rand Carthon will do. Right? Is Tannehill gone, or are you going to bridge him one more year? You got to pay Jeffrey, you got to pay Big Jeff, right? So like people got to get cut for that. You're negative 26 over the cap. You've got to make moves somewhere. Who's staying? Who's going? And so that's why I kind of sit here going, I see a rebuild coming, and I would gladly, as somebody that's been a fan for a long time and sat in those seats through some bad seasons, gladly sacrifice a 2023 season to bad to mediocre for better 24 and 25. That's how I see it. I'm more of the long view. Now, you can't sell that to a fan base, obviously. I can't say, hey, guys, cashing it in 23, see ya. No, you can't do that. So if the report's true and he's really going to try to retool it, I am very curious about how you're going to do that.
Yeah, what do you mean by retooling?
Yeah, retool. What are you going to retool the center? Are you going to retool the left tackle? Are you going to retool the right guard? Who's re-signing?
He's going to put the time machine and get Earl Campbell from the 80s.
Yeah. Bad back and all. He can give you 1 yard, right? He can get that third one. Yeah. So who knows? That was just the Derrick Henry thing was just a soft take. I got blown up for even suggesting it, but you know how fans are.
He's been the poster boy over there.
Yeah, he's been how dare you talk about King Henry that way? They should revoke your season ticket. Well, they like my money, sir. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, they're not going to do that anytime soon. Yeah.
$100 bill, y'all.
Dollar bill. So let's talk a little bit now the whole purpose behind this. I did like the fact that I had Robert as a Cowboys fan, Mr. First Down as our outside divisional rival.
Robert, can you face your head the other way and I'll face my head this way, make a cool profile shot?
The other way.
Other way. That's right.
No.
Robert,
which way?
Look
I would like to book learning.
First down. You face left. Robert, you face right. Go.
No.
You're other left.
You go left. What is going on?
2 hours later.
2 hours later. Wait. He's facing up.
You guys are smoking and drinking. Okay.
There you go.
All right. Now do the same thing that you were doing. Oh, God.
That was on purpose.
Damn Cowboys and Tennessee fans.
No wonder America's first.
What do they teach it in the South?
I moved you guys. God damn it.
I couldn't help it. Ask your question, Carlos. Hey,
what are we doing?
Shot.
We're just moving things. Okay, we're gonna make our viewers nauseous.
Yeah. Halo, baby. It's Halo 2 rules.
Right, Halo 2 rules. Okay, so really quick, let's talk about today's big news. Denver got Sean Payton, which is a guy that we thought we were gonna get.
Another short quarterback for Sean Payton.
Right, and he's totally against it. Like he went on Colin Cowherd on the Herd, and then he said, if I was in the draft, if I was picking in the draft, he would have picked the prototype quarterback, the 6 foot something,
right,
tall quarterback, but somehow he ends up with a short quarterback, Drew Brees, and now he's got Russ to deal with.
Yeah.
Y'all think he's going to be able to revive Russ's career over there?
I don't.
Let's go round table.
Okay.
Poppy, where do you think? I'm going to go in order.
I don't think
revive Russ.
I don't think next year is going to be any worse than this year was. I feel like if anything, that next year can only be better. Now, with Peyton, he's been coaching for a very long time. Mm-hmm. He's actually a decent coach. I think that maybe the change of bringing a new coach might change a few. What do you call it? Because you could see it on the field, man. The players were not up for it. They were not up for it. But I feel like Sean Payton coming in, maybe putting some trust in Russ, maybe boost the confidence a little bit. I don't think it could be much worse. I don't think it's going to be like an overnight switch and Russell is going to be like the Russell that we know.
Yeah.
But I think it's only going to be better.
Okay. The ceiling so it can't get any much worse than this season, to sum it up for you.
All right. It can only go up.
Yeah.
Well,
Rios, what do you think?
well,
What was that?
Well,
You got 5'11" Russell Wilson. Let's see what you do, buddy. It's Bronco country. It's gonna ride into the ground. It's gonna be a disaster.
So do you think this would be like the perfect example of, you know, how people say, kind of like the Tom Brady thing with Bill Belichick, how let's ride.
Let's
How,
Ride into the ground.
yeah, how a lot of people thought that it was, you know, Bill Belichick making Brady look good, but then you know, once he went to Tampa Bay, we saw that it was kind of like the opposite way around. Brady was making Bell look good.
That was gonna be my next point. It's
Right.
Drew
So
Brees
that's what I'm
makes
saying. Do you think that Drew Brees made Sean Payton look good, or do you think it was the opposite way around?
I think with them, it was a little more mutually beneficial than Brady Belichick, but
Okay.
I think probably more so towards Breeze making Peyton look good.
So do you think this is going to happen with Russ or no? The same thing or no? You think they'll mutually make each other look good?
He doesn't, like, when you saw him make those deep throws, it just wasn't there anymore.
Okay.
And I don't know if he was hurt or what or lack of confidence, but it just wasn't there,
Maybe
man.
just a lack of confidence.
I don't
Yeah. All right.
Like, going to a new spot is not always the best thing for a player.
Yeah.
no.
All right, Robert. What do you think? What do you think is going to happen with Sean Payton and Russell
I
Wilson?
think, I think with the
Saved the
history
best for
that
last, did you, baby?
Yeah, I think with the history that Sean Payton has with quarterbacks, you know, remember he was an OC with under Bill Parcells when he was with the Cowboys. So he's the one that undrafted, you know, got Tony Romo. Not to say, you know, Tony Romo came out to be a good quarterback for us. You know, to everybody's eyes, no, right? But when what we dealt with before, then yes, right? So and like I said, Sean Payton does have a history with good quarterbacks. You know, Romo,
quarterbacks though.
Breeze after that injury, that shoulder injury, he had
Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah, Teddy Bridgewater as well too.
Yeah, he was
You know?
good. He
Yeah,
was
he-
good.
yeah,
Underrated.
yeah.
Underrated.
They're in
Absolutely.
The 30s. Russell's
know,
in the 30s.
And I think he'll you know change that mentality in Denver, especially with Russell Wilson. Man, Russell Wilson is a good quarterback.
He is.
You know, he's a good quarterback. I think he's going to bring that work he had on him. You know, when he was in Seattle. You know, I think he's going to change that mentality for that team. It's not going to be an overnight. You know, like Bobby said, but you know, you're going to tell the difference next year, next season. You know what that guy can do.
Yeah.
You know.
All right.
Well, are they even looking to be competitive? I don't
Or they
think so.
rebuild?
I mean, look at their division. You got the Chiefs. You got
You got the Chiefs. You got the Chargers.
Chiefs, Chargers, and the
Oakland. No, not Oakland anymore.
Yeah, they got
Las
Oakland.
Vegas.
Las Vegas. Sorry, yeah, Las Vegas.
Well,
Sorry.
if Vegas gets Brady, they'll be competitive.
Ooh, that's a good one.
You don't think Brady's going to go to the
Wouldn't it
49ers?
come? Wouldn't it be like full circle, like Brady going back to the Raiders, the team that he, you know, that with a tuck rule thing? Take it to the Super Bowl. My bad, y'all. Here, let me take y'all to the Super Bowl.
Let me get you up.
Don't forget, Dana had that deal done with the Raiders, and Chucky Boy nixed it. Remember?
Ah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
Yeah, that's
So
right.
what do you think, Mr. First Down, about Sean Payton in Denver with Russ? Is he
I think
gonna let him
Sean, I think Sean Payton is a good coach, but you know, even with Nathaniel Hackett being all hackety and whatnot, hackety sackety, there were plenty of open receivers to hit that just he didn't hit them. He was too short, too high. Not, I mean, it was never Goldilocks. It was never just right. You know what I mean? So like, I'm kind of conflicted. I mean, I think this is going to wreak. I'm with Poppy to the point where it's like it can't get much worse, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be some value, but it kind of reeks of one of those things where like they would start out with like 3 wins in a row, and everybody's like, "Oh my God, the Broncos are back, Russ is back," and then you just watch it like
lose like 7 in a row.
yeah, and just nosedive. So we'll see how it goes. I mean, but the Broncos are stuck with Russ for a while. That contract is massive, and there is no Walmart rollback for that puppy. All right, it's there, and there's no stopping it. So I kind of feel that it's still going to be a bad season, but I think they start off okay, and then it just gets worse and worse and worse and worse and something like that.
Okay, completely understandable. All right.
It is, Carlos.
I don't know.
Thank you. Thank you.
No, I don't. I honestly, I don't think that it's gonna happen. I think it's not gonna go so well for Russ over there. I really do think Russ is done. I really do.
And the
Even
Seahawks look
Sean
like geniuses. They look like
Yeah.
geniuses.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
they
that's what's
do.
gonna happen. In my opinion, I think that Russ is done. I think that's it for Mister. What does he call himself, Mister?
Let him cook. Let him
Let him
cook.
cook.
Yeah, he's thinking blows up. Why y'all let him cook? No, why y'all let him cook? No, yeah,
You left the propane tank on.
Yeah, I love those memes, man.
Yeah, those memes are hilarious. Yeah, no, I don't think he's got it anymore. I don't even with Sean Payton. I think Sean Payton's a good addition to Denver, but I think moving forward, I just don't think Russ is a guy. And like you said, somebody said it that he had open receivers and he just wasn't making it. I think lack of confidence. Now, if he can get his confidence back up, then yeah, I think Russ could be the guy. But if that confidence, I don't care if you're you're married to Sierra, you're doing all this stuff, you're not. Their confidence on the field is low. And I'm sure that. I know a lot of his teammates stood up for him when there was things going on about him this year, but a lot of it I feel it might have been just PR. Just no man, that's my boy Russ kind of a thing. A lot of it just seems like PR because two of the guys that you were close with in Seattle, how do you call it? Marshawn Lynch and Richard Sherman, they were pretty candid about you couldn't talk to him without his manager. You know what I mean? It had to be.
Yeah. Cliff Averill, too. Cliff Averill got on about it, too.
You got to make an appointment.
So you have to make an appointment hey, you want to hang out? Yeah, let me get you back in 2 weeks, with your teammates. So I don't know. I don't know how much I believe that. I'm not a conspiracy theorist or anything, but I don't, but it didn't seem genuine, I might be wrong. I might just be, talking out of nowhere here, but still, it did. I just don't see that, I don't see Russ coming out and just balling out and being the old Russ that he was before. I just don't see that, and even with Sean Payton, I think Russ, they do whatever with his contract, and then I think Denver starts tanking again to try to get a quarterback or something later on. But I just don't see Russ as the future. I see Sean Payton staying there for a while, but I don't see Russ. If that makes any sense, that's my 2 cents on it.
He's not going anywhere. That $50 million cap hit. He's here for a good while.
Yeah.
It's
even
bad.
if he's a backup somewhere. I mean, it's the only thing I can think of.
I looked it up on Spot Track. It is bad. Oh, it's bad.
It gets worse year by year. It's at least 4 years before they get.
So
to make you Texans fans feel better, though, the Broncos wanted DeMeco Ryans. They wanted.
Oh yeah, they did.
And then it's okay. Did you ever think you would live in a world where Sean Payton would be second fiddle? You know what I mean? What a strange time.
So now let's get to that. Let's talk about DeMeco because I wanted to make sure that all of it was everything we had was all laid out on the table. So now let's talk about DeMeco. That was him and Sean Payton were the big news today. So we talked about Sean Payton. Let's talk a little bit about DeMeco. We'll go around table again just to make sure. Poppy, what's your emotion when you found out? How did you feel when you found out that DeMeco was?
I'll just go last again. Cool.
Yeah. No one likes you.
It's fine.
Titan.
It's fine.
What I would say would be, I'm still I was telling Rios when he showed me the tweet that it basically made it official. I'm not trying to get my hopes up until I see product on the field. Because I'm not thinking that we're gonna be winning next year. I don't think that we're gonna have a winning season. Hell, I don't even think we're gonna win, 5 games next season. But if we at least look good losing, to me that's progress. If the rookies on their sophomore years, some of them can make a jump, if the O-line can get it together, if the defense can be better, even though it was solid at times, if the defense can be better, if we can improve in all aspects of the game, even a little bit, I would be content. But I'm not getting my hopes up until I can actually see it happen. Or if they build a park somewhere, maybe I'll be happy with that.
Yeah, build that park. Build that park.
And the Mexicans will pay for it.
And build it.
All right. So let me see. What about Rios? What do you think, bud?
I'll be the opposite. So as everyone that's listened to us since the beginning knows, I've been the biggest pessimist about this team. That's no shock.
Really?
Yeah, I know, shocking, right? Who would have guessed it? But no, like this actually, it gives me hope. Like I can't remember the last time I've actually felt hope for this team. Like not since that dark day against the Chiefs.
Oh,
that's
stop
when
it.
all hope died.
Stop it.
A small piece of my soul died, honestly. But no, like I actually feel hope. Like I feel like this is gonna like one of the players on defense. He's gonna attract free agents because they're going to play for this guy because like he's a leader of men. Like all his former teammates all said the same thing. He's gonna be a great coach. He's a leader of men, natural born leader. Blah blah blah. Like they all say the same thing, and you see it on the sidelines on Sundays. Like, and I think he's gonna inspire the team. I don't think we're gonna win. Like 12 or 13 games, maybe like 7 to 8 games. I could see.
You think we're gonna do that many?
Yeah. You get the right.
We're gonna win 7 again.
You get the right. Yeah, you get the right quarterback. You get the right, free agents. You can win 7 to 8 games.
Okay. So you're pretty. So you've turned into from the pessimist all the way to the optimist, basically.
Yeah.
A big turnaround within like 8.
Must be the alcohol.
What are you drinking?
Not even.
Let me ask you this, Rios. Do we come in second in the division next year?
Yeah. In this division, yes. 8 wins will probably get you second place.
Okay.
All right. Robert, what do you think?
But yeah, we can come in second.
Where do you think, as a Cowboys, as an outsider perspective, what did you think of the DeMeco Ryans hire?
Man, just picking off of what Poppy said, one of these results, right? DeMeco, he's a good coach, good defensive coach, but he, that 49ers defense was great, but how much was it DeMeco or Robert, Salah off that defense? I know DeMeco was like an assistant coach when he was under, when he was running the defense. What I know you guys drafted a defense last draft.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure your defense is going to be good. It's going to be, I don't know about great, right, but good. It just depends on the offense. What are you guys going to have to show that difference? To get to that second place in the division, right? To me, I don't think you guys are going to be in second place in the division because obviously you got Jacksonville, right?
Yeah, they'll be first.
Jackson will be first.
I think Tennessee's going to be right behind them. I think Tennessee, Colts. It's going to be between y'all and the Colts.
How dare you? Mute his mic. Come on.
Mute him.
Hey, Robert,
This is just the outside
DM me your
perspective.
digits, Robert. DM me my digits. We're going to have a great time.
This is just the perspective, because just on the interview that we had before with Quentin, man. I mean, you're gonna be talking to grown men that are getting paid millions of dollars. You could only motivate them so much. Yeah, I think you're gonna see the difference in the defensive side, but what is that offense gonna look like? Are you guys gonna have David Mills? You guys gonna have a freshman quarterback?
God, no.
No.
Blasphemy.
Is he gonna be pressured? Is he gonna be pressured to draft offense or defense? With the first couple of picks.
Well, I think quarterback is a must. Quarterback is a must.
I think so too.
I agree. I think
so
it's got to be.
Yep.
So that's a good point, Robert. That's a really good point from an outsider's perspective. What about you, Mr. First? What you think?
I think first of all, great hire. I make no qualms about it. That's a great hire. You can watch, like Rio said, you can see him on the sidelines. That's a lot of energy, and he's going to bring it to that stadium. But I think Robert is right, though. There are concerns. Some of these defensive guys get in there, and they kind of whatever with the offense. You know what I mean? And I think if the Texans are going to be successful, you need a rebuild on all fronts, not just defensive. And some of these guys go, defense wins championships. But if you start looking at the Super Bowl winners, there's a lot of great offenses and not so great defenses starting to win them. So I think I think Ryans is a smart guy. He's a former player. He's, I think he's got a lot of things going for him. He just can't fall into that trap of, I don't really, I'll just keep building the defense and make it great, and I won't have to worry about, the offense. We'll just run the ball so our defense can rest and stuff like that. Okay, that's Jeff Fisher kind of stuff, and I lived through that, and it was not fun. So I would, it was fun for a little bit, and then it wasn't.
Yeah.
It's like the girlfriend, right? That she was good to me, and then she wasn't good to me. Just tell me what I'm doing wrong, and I'll change.
Way to depress the whole podcast, bro. Like seriously.
Nice.
No, he's a great hire, and I think he will do very well.
All right, that's good. I like that. So, really quick, a shout out to our friends. It's the Texans Fan Battle Podcast. They also do Texans stuff. Shout out to them. They just commented on us and said, "Watch the Texans run the division in like 2 years."
It's not happening.
They can.
I'm calling it right now. We're doing it in 2 years.
2 years? I don't know, man.
2 years.
Because I
I
feel like Jacksonville is only going to get better.
I mean, like I
think
said,
so,
Jacksonville's like a wide receiver away from being actually, pretty
What is
competitive.
what draft pick does the Texans have? What's
the second?
Second, and we got, is it
2
12?
and 12.
So,
2 and 12.
so
who's the
with
first
that-
one? Is it Chicago the first?
Chicago, yeah. So with that being said, I wanted to show you guys something really quick. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm a big, I think DeMeco was a great hire. Number one, I'm all for DeMeco.
Is he going to build a park or something?
Yes, he's gonna build a park. Yeah, the first thing. So I like DeMeco the pick. I think bring him home. I think it's gonna be good for publicity too as well. I think that's what the fans wanted. That's I think these are baby steps in the right direction. I will
fall in
agree
that
with whoever said. I think it was Poppy. The results do have to be on the field with that. Like I want to make sure that he is a defensive minded coach. And I hope that you said, Mr. First Down, that it's not just to focus on the defense. Like I'll give you an example. Lovie Smith was a defensive minded coach, and we knew that he was handling both the defense and the head coaching spot. I think that was another issue that we had this year. Besides all the other issues that we had this year, out of all the issues that we had, I think that was one of those two that I felt like there was mainly not that much focus on the offense. Yeah, we had high hopes with Pep Hamilton, but that didn't really go anywhere. If DeMeco brings his own guy, I think it'd be best if he I would keep Pep maybe with the quarterbacks. You know what I mean? Like
Absolutely.
you wouldn't want Pep with a quarterback coach? No, I mean. I trust him with a quarterback.
Keep him with the kickers. Keep him
with the kickers. Yeah.
Wow.
I would take the quarterback stuff just in case. If that's, but as far as the offensive stuff, I wouldn't, especially after that. Now,
well, how about them drafting Garoppolo? Not drafting Garoppolo. Jimmy G. Jimmy G. Bringing him in.
They can draft. No, I don't see that. I can't.
No.
I mean, I know there's people that
coaching up the new guy.
Yeah, like I know that there's people that have said that too. Like there's even people that have said, "Hey, bring Derek Carr over or whatnot." To me, and I get it. There's so many different scenarios that you can have. I will admit I'm a big Bryce Young person. With DeMeco being an Alabama guy, I think that's what the obvious choice will be. This is what I'm thinking. Now, obviously, I could be wrong. The only thing is this, though. Don't get me wrong. I know that everybody talks about Bryce Young's size, right? That's the biggest concern. So in that case, you have to make sure that your line is good, as good as better than what it should be. I want to show you guys a picture really quick. All right, this is you guys have probably.
What are you about to show? What are you about to show?
I want you guys to.
Carlos, these aren't those aren't the tasteful nudes I sent.
No,
right.
I want to show you guys.
Those were private.
Yeah, you said they were for you.
Lord me.
Y'all are idiots. So this is Bryce Young in he went to go play basketball. Find him with a bunch of kids.
Bro, yeah. I was about to say, are you telling me he's the little one in the middle?
No.
Hold on, I need to get my spectacles.
Find Bryce Young, and I'm not making fun of Bryce Young by any means. I'm just saying,
black shirt and blue shoes.
Find Bryce Young.
I did the black shirt.
Okay,
black
shirt
right
here,
blue shoes, right?
Yeah,
right here.
Oh, this is Where's Waldo?
These are all guys that are younger than him.
So how tall is Bryce Young anyway?
He's probably 5'9",
5'9", 5'10".
Damn, am I taller than Bryce Young?
He's the same size as Russell, isn't he?
Yeah, Russell's 5'11". They say he's like 5'10". Like
he's like 5'10". He's like an inch shorter than Russ.
On Wikipedia, it says
with Timberlands. With Timberlands.
on Google, it says he's 6 foot.
Yeah, but you know they
that I don't.
had inches.
You
Those
believe
sides-
everything you read on Google?
Those yeah, those
All right, got
sides really matter all that much because we got. I mean, Jalen. He's in the Super Bowl.
Purdy.
Purdy.
Purdy's not
Yeah.
tall.
He did really good with our 49ers. Given that the defense carried a lot of those games, but he
Right.
still had to put points on the board.
Yeah.
Man, they're putting up 30 points a game. They
Exactly.
offense.
And he had McCaffrey too.
Right.
You know.
So that's what I'm wondering. So if you give
With-
him weapons, should
With
the
somebody
size-
like Pierce who can run the ball,
right?
he always has that option. If we
Coming
if
back
we
to
have
it.
and Bryce likes to scramble, so if they have a good like
I don't know if he likes to scramble. I thought he was more like pocket.
He
passer.
moves in the pocket, but he's not trying to run. He moves in the
right,
pocket.
right, but like I don't
Great.
know, like I'm not saying he's gonna be like Jalen, but if he can have a good communication with his
With his
running
O-line.
back
Yeah.
and with his O line, like he can make plays. He's a playmaker, dude.
They definitely need to fix that interior part of the line to help him out, because I honestly I think his football IQ is great when it comes to football IQ, and I think he would make the right decisions. Of course, he's going to have a year where maybe he's going to make rookie mistakes here and there, but it is. I mean, in reality, if we're going to talk about it, I think it is a small area of concern about that, about the size regarding that. And I think it's important to bring it up. Like, how much of a, if you're a scout, like, how much does that concern you, that particular size?
Dude, Mills is like 2 feet.
6'4".
Yeah, he like, and 4 of those inches is just the neck. And he still couldn't throw a damn ball to save his life.
Yeah,
So I
do
do not think size matters.
no,
So, like, if you had
Damn Ivy League school.
if you had Bryce Young with Davis Mills' neck, like he would be like the
Oh, bro, that's
elite
the next
quarterback.
Tom Brady right there.
The next
Would be
Tom
an
Brady.
all-state.
Dude, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think like as a scout, because scouting is hard, dude. You never
Right.
know.
Yeah.
Mm.
This
I mean,
quarterback of all
the
time,
scouting
what-
stuff like is bad because like they gave JJ Watt negative reviews.
Yeah.
You know, like they gave him like horrible reviews. Like he's not like and then he turned out to be what he turned out.
Oh yeah,
to be.
I remember one of them said he wasn't going to excel at pass rushing at the next level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
What was that? What was that article that we saw? Like,
We're gonna rue the
we-
day.
Oh, oh yeah.
Rude
I don't know if you
today.
guys. I don't know if
they
you guys
drafted
saw. We did
Pizza
a
Boy.
Yeah, we did a thing where we talked about JJ Watt, the day he retired or whatnot, and we brought up old articles and like old videos of like when the fans booed him here in Houston when they got the JJ Watt pick, and then they also there was an article that was written that talked about how the Texans will rule the day that they drafted Pizza Boy JJ Watt over who was it?
Nick
Who?
Fairley.
Nick Fairley, who does not even play anymore in the league, It's those were fun to bring back up, just to like images before bad things happened or whatever. Like those were fun to bring up. But again, I know I just wanted to bring it up to see what you guys thought about that. And obviously that picture, I was like, oh man, that's kind of these are like.
Fun to bring up. Look at his competition he played against in the SEC. Look at Georgia.
That is true. He did have really good competition.
NFL size.
Yeah.
Going against Jalen Carter is going to be probably the number one pick. If it's
Yeah.
straight down, he's going to be the number one pick. Like,
Yeah.
he torched the Georgia defense last year.
Just hope to God Chicago doesn't trade that pick, right?
I
Yeah.
don't know. I think
That's what
the
I'm
more I look
scared
at
of,
it,
dude.
yeah, that's the thing that they would catch you off guard if like the Colts, because they're so close. They're like the fourth pick. They are so close. But then again, like the boys and I have talked about it. Like, let's just say hypothetically the Colts go and get Bryce Young, knock on wood, right? Then you open yourself up. Well, I mean, CJ Stroud isn't I wouldn't even count it as a consolation prize. You know what I mean? I
See
think,
them as 1A and 1B.
yeah.
I'd rather have 1A.
See, I
don't know about you, man, but
Yeah.
he's
I
A
want
for a
the guy
reason.
that dominated the SEC defenses, won a Heisman. Like that's the guy I want, the proven winner.
Okay.
Despite how small he was the smallest guy on the field, and he carried that team on his back this year.
He looks pretty average to me, man.
Yeah.
Smallest guy, he carried the Alabama team because there were so many games they should have lost.
I wanted to be a troll so bad because I was like, he didn't carry him in Rocky Top, did he? I wish I lived on Rocky Top. Just bust out orange all of a sudden.
Can't win them all, man.
No. I didn't expect to win that one either. And then we threw our goalpost in the river.
Oh yeah, they did. They threw the goal.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Dude, and then
I
they had,
followed
like,
it.
Dude, they had the audacity to tell the fans, "Hey, let's get a GoFundMe. A university that gets
Oh,
millions
my
and
God.
millions. They're like, let's do a GoFundMe because we shouldn't do this." And I was like,
Did you see the video? Did you see the video of the University of Tennessee's athletic director? He's in his box. He's got a scotch in one hand, a stogie in the other. His wife is hanging off of him, and he's unbuttoned, like disheveled.
Oh my God!
And he's like, and they're like, "Sir, they're taking down the goalposts." He goes, "It don't matter. They can do it every time we win for as much as I care."
Wow.
I was like, that guy is living right now. Living.
What a legend, bro.
If you look up the goalpost on Google Maps, they have them in the river.
Oh, is it in the river?
Yeah. You can look it up. You can look it up. I was like, somebody's gonna pull it out and sell pieces of it on eBay for $500 a pop or something.
Oh wow!
All right, boys, let's go to Tennessee.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. When you're there. It was fun to watch him carry it across the bridge and throw it in. It was pretty funny. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, I did, at first I was like on and off watching that thing, and then I realized I was like, wow, they're really tearing down the goalposts. I've seen it in old clips before from like other games, but I didn't see it happening now.
Man.
Oh man, it was crazy.
Good game,
It
yeah.
was crazy. It was. I was like, he's gonna miss this kick. I've seen this story a million times. He got it, and I was jumping up and down. My wife was jumping up and down. Our twins were about to go to bed, so we're like, "Yay!" But so yeah, it was exciting to say the least. But I'll be honest with you guys. You should take Bryce Young or C.J. Stroud this draft, but I'm really looking forward to the 2024 draft class of QBs. I just see the selection there being better. I don't have like a bunch of facts and figures for you. And for all I know, CJ Stroud goes out there and throws dimes all day in the pros. And, but I just look at the quarterback class. It seems like a lot of these, like, I guess kind of pocket passer types are coming out in 24. I don't know how you discern that or whatnot, but I just kind of feel like that's is that the goalpost? Oh, fan freaking tastic.
Wow.
Thank you. You make me feel right at home. You make me feel right at home.
Bro.
It'd be funny if like somebody had like photoshopped the Titanic right like behind here or something like that. Like, we found it.
They have cups and T-shirts made here that say "Not today, Saban." It was a glorious time. It was a glorious time. I was there. I was there, I was there, Gandalf. I was there 3,000 years ago.
Oh, that's so funny, dude. That's insane.
That's fucking stupid, man. Those are fans for you, man. That's
yeah. No,
that's why we love it. That's why we love the game.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I dress up like a freaking fruit, and I freaking love it. All right, I freaking love it. I have triple boas too, but it's in my car and it's freezing rain outside.
You look like Hulk Hogan sometimes when you have the boas.
Oh yeah, brother. I almost asked you to have like have me come in late. Like, wait, who is that? And it's like dirt.
Down and it hurts. Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
So let's talk Super Bowl.
Yep.
What a mood killer.
Yeah, I know, right?
I want to talk about my college team's goalpost.
I want to talk about the park.
Fuck the park. Fuck the park.
All right, yeah.
Once we have a winning season, then we can build the goddamn park.
You know you'd be the first one in line for that park.
Look,
Poppy, why do you hate fun? Why do you hate fun, Poppy? Why?
Yeah, why do you hate fun?
Yeah.
Losing is not fun.
You heard it here first, folks. Poppy hates children.
Fun.
Hates them.
absolutely hate them.
All right, Poppy. All right.
not
You were
wrong.
saying, sorry.
He's not wrong. Anyway.
Boy, I'm killing it today.
Oh, yeah.
So let's talk about it. Like me and the boys have already discussed it a little bit. What are your thoughts? I don't know if you guys want to talk about the championship games. how controversial and how not controversial it was, but
you mean the script? Did you see the script?
Trevor Lawrence
He's
knows all about
33.
this
All right,
stuff,
we're gonna have 3 third downs.
Can I go first this time, Carlos?
Yeah,
Is that
go for
okay?
Like when you're losing a game in franchise and Madden, and then you just like close the game and open it back up.
Yeah, no, this is not going. This that didn't happen.
So really quick, Mr. First Down, what do you got? What do you think about the quote unquote script that they're talking about?
I go back to Jason Kelsey on this, right? Jason Kelsey on his podcast, who I love Jason Kelsey way more than I love Travis. Travis can suck it for all I care. But the
Here first, Travis.
I hate that man. Yeah, you heard it. But like Jason says, you can't blame the game on the refs. You just can't do it, no matter what the game. There are opportunities to be had there. There are plays to be made, and you either make them or you don't. And I agree. I agree. And there were so many times the Bengals had chance after chance. I mean, Pat threw an interception, and they did absolutely nothing with it. Wasted the drive. And then you have 2 like 3rd and short plays, and you're throwing it deep. Why? Yeah. This is clock eating time, gentlemen. What are we doing? Like, get the clock, keep Pat off the field, kick the field goal, and go home.
Yeah.
But no. And so to me, it's like they did this, and there was holding here, and blah blah blah. You can do that almost every single play.
Every play
you can zoom in on one thing and go, why? You know,
goddamn play there's holding.
Oh, I know. It drives me up the wall, and it's all I've seen on Twitter and I'm just kind of sitting there like, guys, you know, you had opportunities to win the game, you didn't do it. You didn't make the plays, you made the mistakes, you lose. Yeah. Or like the Willy Wonka quote, like, "Good day, sir, you lose." You know, it's over. But you know, they'll have their month and a half, and then they'll start drafting again and be like, this is the year Joe Cool's going to take us there, you know, all that stuff. As to the championship game, Ryan Tannehill had a high ankle sprain. He was already having a rough year. It got even rougher with that high ankle sprain. It's not going to cure up in 2 weeks. No. So if Andy Reid has got to have a better game plan than he did against the Bengals, because they were all over Pat.
Did you say Ryan Tannehill?
Yeah, he had a high ankle sprain.
Oh, right, like, yes, you're Ryan Tannehill. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Just like Patty Mahomes. And that stuff is just not going to go away. No. You know, so I hope he's ready. But I kind of feel that the Eagles are just going to take the Super Bowl this time. I don't want it to happen, but it's going to happen. My only consolation prize out of this is that Brett Kern, love you, buddy, my punter, it gets a ring, and it's well deserved on his part.
All right, good take. Robert, what do you think, bud? What do you think about the game, the script, and the championship game? Your picks.
Well, you know what? I think I don't know. I think that.
Well, that's all the time we had for Robert today.
Oh, dang!
Never
You know what?
Never
I didn't think nothing of them.
No, okay.
You know?
Going back to that. What do you think of the script?
You know, the AFC game with the Chiefs and the Bengals. I think that was a good game. Better than the one, with the Eagles and the 49ers. Just because when they lost that quarterback, when Purdy went down, and then what was it, Lane Johnson? Yeah. When he got concussed. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. Just like First Down was saying, there's always going to be holding calls in every single play, and just like he said, you shouldn't depend on those type of plays, on those flags, those pass interference, to win you that game. You should be able to, if you're good enough to reach that championship game, you should be able to, not make those mistakes and take advantage of any play, any interception, whatever you got. Yep. Like I said, the most exciting game was the Chiefs and Bengals.
Yeah, that was a good game.
Like I said, the Eagles, man, I really hope they don't win. I'm going with the Kansas City, man.
Kansas City. All
right. I hope Pat Mahomes, he's a great quarterback, man. Andy Reid, I hope he gets into his other ring, man. He's a great coach now, man. He's surpassed Tom Landry, in playoff wins.
Okay. I was
it's a long time, man.
Yeah.
You know, so Andy Reid is a great coach, man. You know, first ballot Hall of Fame, and Pat Mahomes, man, he just keeps building his
He's
resume
him.
up, man. Yeah,
He
it's
is
Pat
him.
Mahomes, man.
Him.
He's him. So, you
Yeah,
know, I hate the Eagles. I hope they fucking lose. You know, I don't want a lot of people. A lot of people tell
My
me you gotta
virgin
keep it.
ears.
Yeah, you gotta keep it in the NFC. No, I don't care. You know,
Yeah.
even if they don't win the championship, man, they're worst fan base, man.
Yeah.
You know.
right.
They are terrible people.
They are terrible people, man. They desecrate their light poles in their
They
own city.
they throw beer bottles at Santa. At
They throw
Santa.
beer battles. Yeah.
Let's see,
You know,
Nick.
and you know what? I
He's
don't even
bringing
like
you
Philly
presents.
cheesesteaks.
What are you
I don't even
doing?
like Philly cheesesteaks, man.
This is a family show. Is it? A dysfunctional family, he means.
I don't
Yeah,
have
there you go.
a family show.
All right, Rios, where do you think the script and the championship game? Thanks, Robert, for the take.
As far as the script, yeah, I mean, 3 third downs, like, no, the Bengals had chances. I mean, come on, like the Chiefs got some very favorable calls. I mean, come on, 3.
Sure.
But I mean, the Bengals still had a chance. But
Mhm.
honestly, I think that call at the end, I think that was very like come on, like they're both falling forward. Like, what he's going to do is just you expect a guy that size. Oh, let me stop midair. Like, come on, there's momentum. He's moving forward. Like,
Gravity and physics?
that was very ticky tacky. But as far as Super Bowl predictions, I gotta go with boy Jalen. It's from the A's.
Oh.
All right. Poppy, what do you think? Script and, of course, your pick for the Super Bowl.
So as far for the script, I'm kind of with Mr. First Down on that one. The game's the game.
I'm winning, baby.
The game's the game, dude. And you could argue, in every single game, the refs are always going to be involved. Like if the Bengals would have won, I'm sure the Chiefs would have said something. So it really doesn't matter at the end of the day. Mahomes was on one foot the whole game. I believe Juju left the game at some point. So like the Chiefs weren't. Yeah, they maybe they got the most favorable calls, but it's not like everything was going their way.
Yeah.
So, and like you guys said, like the Bengals there's a million different ways you can win a football game, and they didn't take advantage of any chance that was presented to them.
Yeah,
it was a great game. It sucks that it came down to those couple of calls in the end. Man, I need to stop drinking.
Yeah,
Well, you know what? That was
he
last
starts
year's,
crying out of nowhere.
Bro, the girlfriend comment still stuck with me, man.
It's Tuesday night, Poppy. Jesus.
Yeah,
Bro, this is like my week.
How dare you? You're embarrassing us.
Yeah. How he drinks another beer.
He just breaks down mid. He's like, "Come back, Lisa. I didn't mean it. I didn't. You're watching this."
How do you know, Lisa?
yeah.
I don't want to, no one. Carlos introduced us.
Anyway, the game's the game. Like I said, the game's the game. I honestly, as far as the 4 teams that were left, I didn't really care who advanced. I just wanted good games, and we got that with at least with the Chiefs and the Bengals.
Yeah, one.
49ers. It was a shame that they lost 2 quarterbacks in the game or whatever. Like. That's just unfortunate. But as far as the Super Bowl, yes, the Eagles do look scary. But again, they just walked all over a team that had no quarterback, a team that gave up in like the 3rd quarter.
Had an easy schedule.
And that too, you could argue that the regular season record was a little bit, inflated with the schedule they had. I mean, like. One of those wins were the Texans. One of those wins was a Steelers team that was lackluster this year. So I still think Mahomes, it's him. He is him. He's the best quarterback in the league. And
he's not Hercules. He's Himcules. Is that what you're saying?
Mute him.
Lisa, are you here?
He's the best quarterback in the league. And some games he makes it not even look close. You know what I'm saying? Like, and beating the Bengals, like that felt like a Super Bowl game. Yeah. That felt like whoever won that was gonna win. Now, I won a good game for the Super Bowl, and I I do want Jalen to win just because he's a Houston guy. Pero I wouldn't be surprised if Mahomes walks away with his second. I wouldn't be surprised.
All right.
His second, man, his second Super Bowl. And
In
how many
5
times?
years.
How many trips in
5
5
years.
years?
I think.
5 years.
Well, he's
So
gone to the
5
Super
AFC
Bowl.
championship games.
Yeah, straight.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm gonna say on that one, I think that I'm gonna agree with Mr. First Down here. Yeah, you won this one. With an NFL script, I think that the Bengals should have capitalized on a lot of those mistakes that the Chiefs made. Mahomes was on 1 foot. You could have done more. You could have rushed them more. Whatever. You could have put pressure on it. You
Woulda,
that
shoulda,
was the
coulda.
thing. You should have done it.
If anything, it was Burrow who got 3 sacks in the first quarter.
You should, your defense should have adjusted to that, knowing the fact that he was coming in injured. That's just like blood in the water right there. You should have taken advantage of that. Like that was your thing. Like, all you have to do is get to Mahomes, and that's it. The whole KC offense.
Now you can have Mahomes
guys.
with a 1 week arrest.
Yeah. Now I'm not saying
that.
go, injure him or anything. That's not what I'm saying. I'm
No.
not trying to be like Sean Payton over here.
Yeah, but that's the thing that it is, man. And he was working with one leg, man.
Right.
You know,
That's what I'm just saying. Like,
now
if you
he's gonna
put
get
pressure,
that rest. He's
Yeah.
gonna get that rest. And he's gonna be
all you gotta do
100%.
is put pressure on him, and I think the Eagles are gonna be smart enough to do that. And that's why for me, if the Eagles are smart enough and they take advantage of that, because like Mr. First Down said, 2 weeks ain't enough for a high ankle sprain. Tannehill had that. Damian Pierce over here had that. I mean, obviously Damian Pierce runs a lot more than Mahomes does because he's a running back, but it's still a high ankle sprain in 2 weeks to recover. That's 2 to 3 weeks to recover isn't much. So if the Eagles are smart, they're going to go after Mahomes. That's what you need to do. Go after Mahomes. If Mahomes is out, and again, I'm not saying injure him. I'm not Sean Payton here. I'm just saying, like, if you put enough pressure on Patrick Mahomes, I think that the Eagles can win this game. And then obviously so the defense has to step up for the Eagles. And of course, you already have the offense. Jalen Hurts is on fire right now. H-Town, baby. And but still, like, Jalen Hurts is good. He's good. Is he at the level of Patrick Mahomes? No, he's not. But he is a consistent quarterback. He has been a consistent quarterback this season where he will get you those points. So I'm going to take the Eagles for that one to win the championship. And as far as the NFL script is concerned, I think the Bengals had enough chances. So KC deserved to win that one, my opinion.
Hey, can we all grasp our chin like Robert and I are doing?
Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lisa.
On the next 60 minutes.
Yeah. All right, y'all. We're gonna call it a night. That's gonna be it for our show today, guys. I want to thank Robert and Mr. First Down for joining us, and of course to my guests. I appreciate y'all. Please don't forget to follow us on Twitter at JustFans22. Same thing on YouTube at JustFans22. At TikTok at JustFans2022 because somebody took it. And of course on Twitch as well at JustFans22.
Pull our name.
Yeah. Also, you can also find us on Apple. We have the banner here. Find us on Apple. Just took it off.
OnlyFans.
Stop!
OnlyFans.
Apple.
No?
Not yet.
No.
Not yet.
Not
Not
yet.
yet.
Oh,
We're
okay.
working on
Just
it.
because the name is closed doesn't mean that's what it is.
Stop
Apple,
reading my cue card, Poppy. Jeez.
Those feet pictures, right?
yeah, Apple, Spotify, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, Good Pods, and of course Anchor FM. By the way, before I go, I wanted to give a shout out to a special person who has been
thank you,
with
man.
us
Appreciate
since
it.
the beginning. No, not any of y'all. Dan from Let's Talk Sports. I want to give a big shout out to Dan. Dan the man, like
And the man.
the dude has been with us since we were at 150 subscribers, and followers on Twitter. He's given us a little platform here with Let's Talk Sports. So Dan, if you're listening to us, I'm sorry that the show sucked, but but thank you so much for
Robert was cursing, Dan. Robert was cursing. Just letting you go.
That's right. Let's go, Dan the man. That's right. So, Dan, thanks again for helping us out. Because of you, we wouldn't have met a lot of the people that we know now. Our guest, even Mr. First Down here, we wouldn't have met him if it wasn't for Dan. So, Dan, thank you so much, dude. I appreciate you. Shout out to you, bro, for everything that you do for Let's Talk Sports and for all the podcasts that are that are out there trying to make it. So, Dan, appreciate you. That's going to be the show for tonight. Join us Saturday for live Saturday night This weekend, 7:30 p.m. Central, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, and of course 5:30 p.m. Pacific time. Sorry,
Hey,
Pacific time.
I got a question, Carlos.
Yeah. What's up?
Are we gonna do a live reaction to the Super Bowl?
We might. So we have. So we're probably going to do a live reaction to Super Bowl. We're also going to start doing some live reactions to this TV show we've been watching. It's called The Last of Us. It looks
Great
like
one.
Sunday is really good. It's on HBO Max. So
It'll be
again,
a
the
house.
name. Yeah,
What's
the
it
name
called?
Just Fans doesn't just apply to sports. It's also to different things. So I think we're going to try hosting our first watch party on YouTube this Sunday, if I'm not mistaken. Right, Rios? Yeah, we're gonna be at Rios' house because whatever, and he invited us because apparently he's got surround sound.
Put your dolls
bragging
away
about
this time, Rios. Jeez.
dolls away.
No, keep them out. Keep them out.
Yeah,
I hide for no one, sir.
All right.
Take me as I am.
Okay,
He's
I
so
know.
heroic. He's so bold.
I just want to make sure that way I can go right
good.
after work.
Oh, for sure. All right, y'all. Thanks again for joining us. I appreciate y'all. We'll have y'all on, as often as we can, especially going towards the draft. Thanks again to Dan the man. Appreciate it.
Yes, they do. Thank you. Oh,
Yeah.
What's that one?
That's right. Fix this country. That's right. All right, y'all. Peace. See y'all next week.
Oh, that's funny.